Welcome to the 12-day Business Manager program. We'll kick off the program with the 6-day Retail School, followed by the 2-day Talent Planning and Acquisition, then moving over into the 2-day Performance Improvement, and then ending off the program with the 2-day Managing Discipline. The range of content. We're going to go through the introduction and the background. We're going to look at logistics. We'll touch on the condition and the contract. We'll look at the purpose of the academy. We'll touch on the overview of the program, homework, assessments and your personal development plans. We'll look at the work-based assignment. And then we'll end off with the Retail Academy anthem. Logistical arrangements. We start at 7 a.m. and we finish at 4:30 p.m. every day. Assessments will be done between 4:30 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. This is a 6-day program. Tea and coffee is also available in the kitchen area at the following times, between 10 and 10:15, and then in the afternoon again from 3 p.m. to 3:15. Lunch will be served from 1 to 1:30. You'll be required to do homework and pre-reading in the evenings. You'll also be given a 5-minute break approximately every hour. The logistical arrangements. This is an adult learning environment. If you need to go to the ladies or the gents, you just simply get up and you go. Understand that this program will continue whether you're there or not. Please switch off your cellular telephones. You have also been given electronic copies of the handouts, the learner guide, the workbook, the formative activity guide, as well as the final assignment. Is your accommodation and your travel sorted out? We encourage you to ask questions. There is no such thing as a stupid question. In fact, we learn through them. The conditions and your contract. Complete the learner profile. Read the code of conduct and sign that you understand the content thereof. Please complete and sign your developmental contract. Your facilitator will collect these from you. The purpose of the program is to fast-track employees in key critical occupations through the basic skills, competencies and knowledge required to effectively operate a sustainable and profitable business unit. The 6-day program looks like this. On day 1, we're going to kick off with the orientation, about 6 hours long. Module 1, Introduction to Retail, about 3 hours. It will go over into day 2, still with Module 1 on an Introduction to Retail. We'll spend another 4 hours on that. Then we'll move over to Module 2, which is Routines and Rhythms, 2 hours on that. Module 3, Operational Excellence, about 3 hours on that. Day 3, Module 4, Income Statement and Assessments, that will be about 6 hours. Module 5, Business Performance Improvement, about 3 hours. Day 4, Module 6, Sales Management, Vision, we'll spend about 6 hours there. Module 6, Sales Management Attitude, we'll spend about 3 hours. Day 5, Module 6, Sales Management, we'll carry on with Attitude for another 3 hours. Module 6, Business Processes. We'll continue with Prospecting, which will take us about 5 hours. We'll go over into Selling Skills for about an hour. On day 6, we'll continue with Module 6, Business Processes. We'll continue with the Marketing Process for about 4 hours. And then over into Merchandising Process for about 3 hours. Then we'll end off the program. We will do the evaluations, the feedback results to you, the delegates and the learners, photos, and we'll say our goodbyes. Homework. Homework is issued at the close of each day. Teams are given case studies or exercises pertaining to the day's topics to discuss and to complete. All homework is presented the next morning before commencing with the next topic. Assessments and your personal development plans. The facilitator, which is myself, at the end of each session will evaluate each learner and identify areas that would need more attention back at the workplace. This information will be captured onto a personal development plan, resulting in a consolidated version by the end of this program. Time has been allocated on the last day to give you individual feedback. Let's have a look at the rating scale. Less than 50%, unsatisfactory performance, that will be a red face. Between 51 and 70%, that is a yellow face and needs more attention. The green face is between 71 and 100%, that means I'm satisfied. The rating scale, just as a few examples. Let's say in Module 1, you do your assessment and you score 45%. That will give you a red face. Because it is less than 50%, you must rewrite that module. Let's say you do rewrite it, and this time around you score 100%. Now you have a green face. What we do is we take the two modules together, we divide it by 2, we count up the score, we divide the score by 2, and in this example, the score 100 plus 45 divided by 2 will give you 72.5%. So here you can see you could have moved from a 45%, which was basically unsatisfactory performance, to a satisfactory performance at 72.5 just by rewriting. Module 2, let's say you score 59%. That would be a yellow face. Let's say because it is less than 60%, you may rewrite it. You don't have to, but you may rewrite it. Let's assume you do rewrite it. But this time round, you score less than what you did before. You score 51%. It's still a yellow face. The two are counted together and divided by 2, and that gives you now a 55%. So as you can see here, you've actually dropped from 59 to 55. That is also the danger that is there if you do a rewrite. You should, however, do better because you would have had time to restudy the material and rewrite it. Let's say Module 1, you score 45%. You rewrite that module, you score 46%. That is a red face. Let's say you do Module 2, you score 33%. You rewrite it, you score 43%. Also a red face. Module 3, you score 48%. You rewrite it, you score 44%. Also a red face. If this scenario happens, I'm sorry, you are then off the program. It doesn't mean that you are stupid, it just means that you cannot keep up at the pace which we are working at. The minimum requirements. The minimum requirements for the classroom theory is 71%. Personal development plans. The personal development plans will be forwarded to the respective business partners to be discussed with operations executives, regional operational managers, and your area manager, with the emphasis on addressing the learner's future training needs. Okay, let's have a look at the work-based assignment. In preparation for this assignment, you will be completing formative activities throughout the program, either in class or as a homework exercise. Formative activities can be individual or even team-based. A minimum pass rate of 71% will be required. Only one opportunity at a rewrite will be afforded to you. Successful candidates will receive a certificate of competence in a PDF format via email. Right, let's take a look at the performance tracking. Business unit results will be tracked by the area manager for 6 months after the program or up to the first performance review, whichever comes first. By doing this, the return on investment can be measured. Expectations and hopes. I'd like you to take a moment just to write down what are your expectations or hopes of this program. In other words, what are you hoping to learn in the next 6 days that we will be spending together? getting to know one another a little bit better. You'll be required to introduce yourself. Tell us what's your name and your surname, your position, where you're from, your chain or your business unit or even your department, your years of retail experience, and in your opinion, what makes a successful team? Why sing an anthem? Why do schools encourage pupils to participate in the ritual of singing the school anthem? All learners will be required to participate in the ritual of singing the Retail Academy anthem. Why? Well, it creates unity. It provides a common goal to focus on. It encourages teamwork. Man, it's fun. There's the link to the YouTube video we'll be looking at a bit later on in terms of the anthem. Homework. In preparation for the start of the program, you will need to read through the first module, which is an introduction to retail. Enjoy it. We'll see each other tomorrow.